Hi, I'm Buzzy Slotman, and welcome to News 6. This week, News 6 program is being presented by Miss Bowers and Miss Short's 6th grade classes at Franklin Elementary School in Fayette, Ohio. Here's Ron Schaffner to tell us about one of the programs our classes are involved at school.
Kindergarten Aids is a fun program at our school that lets us help teach the kindergarten kids. We also help the teacher by giving her more time to work with the other kids. In Kindergarten Aids, we teach the kids about the ABCs and help them pronounce the words the right way. There are 13 helpers in the program, so not everybody in the 6th grade is involved. In order to be a kindergarten aide, you have to write an essay on why you think you should be in the program. People who aren't picked to get to be substitute aides. Each aide is assigned a group to work with when they get to the kindergarten room. You only spend half an hour working there. When your time is up, another aide comes to take your place. You will tell that person what you were doing with the children. At the end of the year, the children give you a party. It's like a thank you party for helping them throughout the year.
Thanks, Ron. And now here's Mark Wolfogo with a story about one of our local craftsmen.
Mr. Ed Green of Fayette, Ohio spent 39 years teaching woodworking in school. Now he's retired, but he still turns out grandfather clocks, plant stands, candle holders, and many other things in his home workshop. Kelly Merrillet and Tracy Crowell talked with Mr. Green about his hobby.
Mr. Green, how long have you been working with wood?
Oh, I've been working with wood, pretty near all my life. I started out working with wood probably when I was teaching school, 15 or 20 years ago, because I had a lot of boys that were interested in woodworking, and then I remodeled a kitchen about 12 or 15 years ago and built cupboards into the bedrooms upstairs. So I've been working with wood for a really long time, several years.
Mr. Green, what kind of wood do you like to use best?
Well, I like probably walnut is the best to work with because it finishes out so nice, but oak is real pretty, and cherry and elm. You always think of what it's going to look like when you get finished, the finished product, and walnut is probably the tops when it comes to really finishing out a product. So I have a pretty good supply of wood around here, but it's all native hardwood. That's the kind I want.
What kinds of things do you make?
Oh, I make anything that I can think of. I've made 18 grandfather clocks, about 10 or 12 tea carts. I made 8 rocking chairs like this, and plant stands, and fern stands, coffee tables, this table. Well, anything you think of, I make them.
Is this type of work easy?
Sure, it's easy. This is fun. I can go out in the shop out there. I get up sometimes 4 or 5 in the morning and can't go to sleep, so I go out there and work. It's just plain fun. This is what I'm doing in my retirement. This is what I worked all my life for, so I could do. I just sit around and think up something to make, and then go out and make it.
Mr. Green, would you like to take us out to your shop and give us a demonstration?
We can go out there, and I'll show you how to turn out a spindle for one of the plant stands or fern stands. To start it out, you use a straight chisel, and you cut the ends. You cut both ends. And I do this all by eye. I don't measure anything. I just, when it looks about right, then it's it. Then you round out the center part. Now to round this out, you use a straight chisel, and you just go back and forth. Then you trim off the outside edge, round out the edge out here, Then you make the spindle itself by taking your round chisel. There, it's all done but the sanding. This is tongue oil. It seals the wood, and you just put it on with a rag. The more you put on, the shinier it gets. There, now that you got the tongue oil on, you can see how, look at the pretty grain in there. See how it brings the grain out, makes it shiny.
Thank you, Mr. Green. This is Kelly Merrill and Tracy Crowell from News 6.
Restoring an old building takes time and talent. The people of Fayette, Ohio are using both to restore their most interesting landmarks. Veronica Rodriguez has the story.
People in Fayette Township are restoring an old building, the Opera House. The Opera House is probably one of the oldest buildings in town. The Opera House is 82 years old. It was built in 1898. It was 2 floors. The upstairs was used as a theater, while the downstairs had the post office, the town council rooms, jail and fire department. The traveling theater shows held in the Opera House lasted until the mid-20s. After World War II, the Opera House started to go downhill. In January 1978, a group called the Fine Arts Committee bought the Opera House. They also started to restore the building. The committee spent about $30,000 on it from fine arts programs. The people in Fayette now have concerts and singers performing on stage in the Opera House. The junior and senior high school students use it for parties. We also have art shows in the Opera House. Paintings are hung all over the inside of the building. In the future, the Fine Arts Committee plans to have many more programs in the restored Opera House.
Thanks, Veronica. Harrison Lake is a great place to visit when you're in our area. Here's Joyce Schaffner with some more information.
Harrison Lake is a state park near Fayette, Ohio. It's a great place to go camping or just walk around. Each year, our 6th grade classes take a camping trip there for 2 days. Harrison Lake is usually 15 feet deep at its deepest point, but it's being drained several feet now because of construction work. Ron Marsh, the manager of 4-H Camp Palmer at Harrison Lake, knows a lot about the park. He recently told our class about some of the things that are going on there.
Well, you can see the water's down probably about 3 feet. You can see the stumps sticking out here in different spots. And that's because this used to be all fields and pastures down in there. And to make the lake, they dammed it up way down past the peninsula down there. You can look out here and see the lake's down quite a bit, and that's because they let out probably around 3 feet of the water in the lake. And they're going to put a footbridge to that peninsula there and open that up for picnic areas.
That's it for News 6 today. Be sure to join us next week for some more News 6 programs.